Hello everybody, this is NTLkrayZ bringing you a game between Artosis and Huck. This is game 1 of a best of 5 series as a show match done by Blizzard. Let's get things started off right away, and first thing I'd like you guys to note is that Huck is the blue Protoss, and we have Artosis, the red Zerg. Yes, I know he's Blizz Event K, but this was a Blizzard show match, so that is why he's under that, I believe. At least on the replay name it said it's Artosis, so if it isn't, I'm sorry. I believe it is. And this should be a really good game. Huck, as you know, has won the NLG first ever pro circuit, so obviously a great player. He's been number 1 in the top 10 since the game ever came out. Artosis immediately scouting in the wrong direction, as it happens most often, just because of the spawning points. They're here, and here on Lost Temple. So Zerg always go to the closest one, and this is obviously the closest. And just by the way this is going to happen, will Huck see... No, he did not. He did not see the... whoa. He did not see... Sorry about that. He did not see the Overlord, so he will not know exactly where Artosis is. Although it does look like he's going to be spawning the proper thing. He did place a forward pylon, which might indicate a Forge Fast Expand, or at least that he's wanting to hold this expansion here. It's becoming more and more common for Protoss to do this. And as you can see, he is now scouting. Let's see what he can... see as he goes through here. Huck can see that there's a late spawning pool, so no need to worry about a rush. Now do remember this is a show match, so it's not a competitive match, so don't expect some amazing drawn out game. Like I said, this is a show match. This isn't all about winning and all that kind of thing. This is about playing the game. Of course it's about winning, and of course they want to win, but that's not necessarily exactly what we're going to do. Looks like Huck is going to be taking the fast expand, and up here we have, it looks like, oh, this will be interesting. Artosis has enough minerals and wants to get down that. Oh, great job by Huck, popping the pylon, able to stop Artosis from being able to fast expand, which is exactly what he wanted to do. He is training up a queen on the other hand, and it looks like he's going to be pumping out a lot of Zerglings. Yep, 4 Zerglings and a couple drones. And out come the Zerglings, out goes the drone, and that pro better run for his life. Okay, a drone scout now, and it does look like... Yep, Artosis finally does know where Huck is at this moment. 2 gateways going down for Huck. These are rather late gateways, as we are about 4 minutes into the match. Yeah, very late gateways, but that's kind of just because of how much scouting happened, and the pylon down there kind of threw off the build. Shouldn't be that much of a deal towards Huck. Huck, on the other hand, does not have any zealots yet. He is pumping 1 zealot here. Let's see if he can kill that Zergling. No units lost yet. Does look like Artosis... Oh, watch this, guys. Oh, this is great job. He was able to get his probes up there to micro, and then micro them back. He puts them on hold position so they won't move, and he's able to keep the Zerglings at bay. 1 Zergling did make it through. He's not going to be able to do much, though. Kind of just walk around. He's walking on around 10. A couple probes could take him out, honestly. And as you can tell, Artosis can see. Is he going to be able to get anything here? Doesn't look like he is. Alrighty here. This is going to be a great game. I can already feel it. We do have a forge and a cannon going down. Does Artosis see this? He does see it because of this guy right here. Huck can see that. He must not be on the edge and be on the cliff face all the way. So if they, there goes the cybernetic score. So we're finally going to get away from the zealots. Sending 2 lings to hold that. I would like to see him move 1 of those lings to here, just because they're not going to really be able to withstand any push from Huck, and that way they'll be able to see more of the map. The Zilnaga watchtowers are a huge part of controlling, especially on Lost Temple, because they cut the map in half, and you can pretty much see whenever your opponent moves out. This Zergling is still running around and almost at full HP because of the regen. Although it soon will go down. There goes a photon cannon up on the high ground, and there goes a zealot to chase after the annoying Zergling in the base. Three more gas going down for artosis. Metabolic boost is now finally being researched. He's got another queen, and he is getting a spire. Now, does Huck see this? No, he does not. He does not see this spire, which is going to be huge. That spire means mutas, and right now, artosis has nothing to deal with them. He is getting a Robo Bay, and he is getting Warp Gates, although he does not have any Stalkers yet. He does have 3 Zealots, so this is a very macro-heavy game right now. There's not been much pressure from either player, just a little bit of harass here and there, but nobody's lost much units. As you can see, artosis has lost more, but those were all Zerglings on his initial push. So Huck has done a great job, and as you can see, the spire's almost complete. I'm going to leave it on that so we can kind of get a countdown to figure out about when we should be expecting mutas. About 10 more seconds as of now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on this tab, we should see a bunch of mutas. Oh, he did cancel the flyer. There we go. There's a bunch of mutas, like I said. Bunch of mutas. He is getting a Spine Crawler. It looks like he's not quite happy with his positioning, although I don't know why he wouldn't be, as he can easily see everything our friendly friendly Protoss player can have here. He has a sentry to block off this gate, block off this, or block off this if push comes to shove. Looks like we do have 4. Yep, we do have 3 in that one, 3 in this one. He's doing a good job making sure all his units are in there. These guys were scouting while he puts down 2 pylons. Great placement. He's going to be able to keep out any Nidus Worms, as Nidus Worms have become very popular. He did move his Stalkers out. This could be big, as these mutas are now coming in. He did just... those are 3 Stalkers that he... Oh, he must have seen it. Now he's moving in the Stalkers to see if he can do anything. Let's look at the kills on these guys. How many kills we got? 0 kills for that one. 0 kills. 2 for this one. 0, 1, and 2 again. So it looks like about 5 kills. Let's look at the units lost tab. Yeah, about 5, 6 kills on those for them. And he has now taken the lead in the resources lost. Well, they are tied in units lost. Alrighty. I wonder if the probe counts as a unit lost or something about that. That is a heck load of Zerglings, my friend. A lot. 41 Zerglings, 10 mutas against 3 Zealots, 6 Stalkers, and a Sentry. The Sentry will be quite useful, as you'll be able to block this off, and the Zerglings won't be able to get in. Although the mutas can just kind of have their way at the moment. Oh, there are 12 Stalkers, so that they should be able to push away the mutas. We have an Overlord here. This is great. If we look at Artosis' vision, he can see just about the entire map. He knows exactly when Huck will be pushing out. If he really wanted to, he can know exactly what Huck has. It's not like he's going to be surprised by anything. Looking back at the production tab, we have Blink coming, and we have a Colossus. I don't know why he was getting the Colossus, because there are mutas. And Colossus can't attack mutas, and mutas are pretty dang good against Colossus. Corruptors are better, but mutas can attack anything they want. So I don't quite get it. Is he going to be able to snipe that pylon? He does snipe the pylon. One thing that is very interesting about mutas is they have the glaive worm. Now the glaive worm is really, really cool. It does bounce attacks, so it attacks and then bounces and hits something else. It's an awesome feature. I honestly think it's better than area effect because it bounces for a while. And one of the best things to do with mutas is to honestly attack one of your opponent's assimilators, extractors, or refineries. And what that does is it'll attack here, and then he'll have a very, very cool bounce effect on the probes that are currently gathering, as we have the battle going on up here. No, we don't. It's just them picking up the probe. And in comes the Blink Stalkers. Can he get anything? No, he can't. Okay. But as I was saying, if you attack this, you can take down the probes, and a lot of times your opponent will forget to put in probes. That's another thing I want you guys to see is look at the saturation by Huck. Both of his things are very well saturated, although he is forced to plop down cannons around his base to make sure the annoying, pesky little mutas aren't as effective. Looking at the production tab here, we have 5 more mutas. Zerb Carapace, sorry about that, a little stumble. Carapace upgrading for the mutas, I believe that is. Yes, that will be the mutas. Excuse me, I do play Terran, so that's the tech lab. It's the tech tree I'm most familiar with. And then my second race is Protoss. I'm not a very good Zerg player. I haven't got it all quite. Huck can see all of this army at the moment, so alrighty here. He is moving out. Let's see what happens here. This is interesting. If he moves out, he can. So he's going to snipe the hatchery. That's pretty much guaranteed. And it looks like Artosis is mostly going to let him. He's wisely defending the more important of the two, the gold. And now he's going to pull out, let them snipe that, let them get caught in. Now he's going to bring in his Zerglings. Let's see how this works. Great force fields by Huck. He's basically holding off the Zerglings and making it so it's only the mutas. And honestly, the mutas couldn't do all that much damage because there's just too much anti-air. They might be able to snipe a few things, but that's about it. Great job surrounding them with the Zerglings. I bet he didn't even lose one in that attack. And over goes the Overseer, probably just to find out what's going on here. He might... Oh, almost sniped that creep tumor. He really wants to snipe those creep tumors because look how fast the speedlings can move. They just move insane amount of speed when they are on creep. Even when they're off creep. Now, if he were to move his Zerglings down right now, he'd probably be able to get in and do a heck of a lot of economical damage. And that would just cripple Huck to the point of GG. Although he might get it here. Force field failed. Look at how many Zerglings got in. A lot of Zerglings. The take down the Stalkers, now the mutas can have fun. I would almost like to see him actually pull away the Zerglings at that point. And he only lost maybe 2 or 3 Zerglings, but it's better than losing a heck of a lot. Alright, and as we see, let's go back to the unit counting station here. 22 Zerglings, 31 mutas versus 10 Zealots and 5 Stalkers. This looks like GG, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there's anything Huck can do unless he can pull a miracle out of his bag and somehow get a bunch of Phoenixes. Great Blink Micro by Huck. He does have Blink, which might help, but I really don't think it will. If we look at the upgrades, he does have 2 damage, and he gets 16 versus armored. But mutas, I do not believe are armored. No, they're light, so honestly, it's not all that much damage. The mutas are doing 10 damage each, and if we look how many mutas he's got 35 mutas. That's 350 points of damage, about 1 every 1.5 seconds. Yeah, about 1 every 1.5 game second. That is a lot of damage. If we look at the losses tab, wow, that just explains how this whole match has been going. Huck has lost twice as many resources in battle as our friendly Zerg player here. Let's follow these mutas as this looks like to be GG. Comes in, he's going to snipe that pylon. Yep. I'm not sure I liked that pylon placement by Huck. He probably could have done a much better job in placing the pylon. If he had placed a couple more pylons here, that wouldn't have been so easy for him to do. And look, he's even long distance mining from the high yield as a last ditch effort. And this, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's going to be the last battle. Huck and Artosis battle it out. Great Blink Micro coming from Artosis to try and get them out, but the mutas just keep going, and the glaive attack is just decimating the Stalker force. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is GG. Huck GG's and leaves the game. Thank you very much for watching another NTL broadcast. I hope you enjoy. Please come back for more. I should be giving you a lot more pro-level games, and hopefully I will bring you the next in this series. Again, thank you very much. This is NTLkrayZ signing out.